Okay, guys, I bring you another one. So this picture you see here, I know maybe you might have seen it somewhere, or maybe if you haven't, then let me just explain what is happening. Now, this picture actually went viral online when someone posted it and said the light went off at the National Assembly when the Minister of Power was actually there. So, and people call this a very, very big disgrace. It's like a national disgrace. The man in charge of power across Nigeria was actually in a room in a meeting and the light went off. That means the same NEPA that is taking light every other place, like we say NEPA take light. NEPA took light where this man was actually working, where he was actually having a meeting, with other big dignitaries. So you can see how disgraceful this is. That's to tell you how corrupt and how bad the system is. That even with the person that is supposed to be like, oh, this is the person we are running to for solution. Our light is not good. The power generation is below par. The distribution is very, very faulty. Who are we calling? We are calling on the Minister of Power. And then the Minister of Power is there and the light is also going up. That means it's either he doesn't have control over the ministry or he doesn't understand how it's supposed to work. Because, it has to be one of those. Because there's no way someone that is in charge of the ministry that has all the powers to take all the decision, that has been promising and promising and promising, band A, band B, band C, and all that thing that he has been talking about. And yet, even in his own location, there is no light. So who exactly is going to save Nigeria? Who exactly are we going to run to save us, to give us that power that we need? Because businesses are crumbling. I won't lie to you. I have businesses also that I had to pause because I needed lights and it's very, very expensive to run on fuel. If you're in Nigeria now, you understand what I mean. Before the whole subsidy the whole subsidy issue, that the subsidy is gone issue, fuel was around 165, and then from there now is around 600 and something. If you are lucky to get it from NNPC, you get 500 and something. But now, as I'm talking to you now, in my location, they are buying fuel 1,500. And there are some locations that we are hearing that they are buying up to 2,000 naira in the same Nigeria. And you expect businesses to run, and you expect people to survive, and you expect people to go about their business and not be angry and not be worried. People are losing out on businesses. People that use transport, a lot of people are not even working because they can't even get fuel. And if you can't get petrol, how are you going to be on the road? If you're a transporter right now, it's deadly. And if you have to go to your own business as well, you need a means of transportation. You can't even get it because you can't even afford to buy fuel. We see a lot of videos of people fighting online, people, in the filling station dragging because they want to get. Some places you go, you will see that there is no petrol. They are not selling, but people are still queuing and waiting. That's to show you how desperate people are. People will queue and wait in the filling station that say that they don't have fuel, just to wait for them to get. Because maybe they have run out of gas in their car. They can't even move from that place. So they need to get it there before they move. It's crazy. So you can see, is it that the minister of, that one is for petrol. I'm just mixing it up. But for the light, if the minister doesn't know what he's doing, I think it's high time he said it. Maybe someone else can be used to replace it. But I know Nigeria is a very, very funny country. We always try to justify a lot of things. We justify incompetencies. Even when people cannot deliver on a particular objective, on a particular deal, we'll find a way to cover it up. Look for it. Oh, that thing is even hard. It's not that easy. Yeah, he can do it. He can do even when he doesn't have a clue. Because how will Nigeria, as big as Nigeria is, a country that is over 60 years now from independence, we still have power issue. We don't have water. Everybody is actually drilling their own water now. Everybody is getting water for themselves. People are drilling boreholes. There is no national water. National water is not even a thing. And there was a time I was even hearing that the government wants to tax people that are drilling boreholes. You can see how crazy that can be. So if a country that had independence in 1960, and in 2024, we have not solved power issue, is a very, very big disgrace. Other countries that are even smaller, Kenya, Ghana, and other countries that are even smaller compared to Nigeria, they're enjoying light. They don't have as much resources as Nigeria has. Nigeria has a lot of money, a lot of mineral resources. Petrol, even the refineries are not working. Nothing is working. It's a very, very big shame. Now, I also saw a clip of the Winners Chapel. The Bishop Oyedepo talking about how they have light and they are going to have light till Jesus comes. And it's funny because that would go a long way to tell you how organizations or businesses that are run by individuals are very effective. They are very effective and efficient compared to those run by government. The same thing is happening at, I think, Redeem and some other, Dangote, some other companies. They have light 247. They don't worry about light because they're generating their own light. But then when you leave it up to the government to do, the government start messing up. And it's because people are not held accountable. The right people are not given the right jobs. And I'll play you a clip so that you can hear from the bishop's mouth himself, talking about how they have light. And if this one goes, before this one goes off, it transfers to the next one, transfers to the next one. Those are not technology that should be hard for a country to be able to figure out. With the amount of money that we have, with the amount of resources that we have, that shouldn't be an issue for a country like Nigeria. But yet, here we are. After how many years? Countries that had independence after us are even doing well. Countries that we had independence together are doing well, better than us. And here we are still struggling. The road is not good. Now we are battling about the coastal highway. When even the internal roads in the country, in the community, a lot of places in Lagos, as big as Lagos is and as popular as Lagos is and as advanced as Lagos is, there are a lot of places with bad roads. Go to Ikorodu. Go to a lot of places, even the Lekki, that is even the Lekki. Go to Lekki. Aside from the big express, the big roads, the other places are not even good. And you're talking about the coastal highway and all the billions and billions they want to spend on it, destroying properties. You see that Nigeria has a lot of misplaced priorities. And I hope that someone that is closer to someone that can talk to them, because this is getting out of hand. People are actually suffering. Businesses are closing down. There's no good power supply, epileptic power supply. And then now there's also no petrol. How are people going to cope? How are businesses going to survive? So this is just me ranting. Let me know what you think about this issue. If it's affecting you, let me know. Because even if the minister himself can be going through this, I wonder what to expect to go through. I mean, it's more or less like telling us not to even worry, not to complain again. Because the minister himself is even in it. So who are we running to? Who are we going to report to? Who are we going to call his attention to it? Because he himself is even in it. Look at him. So guys, this is what I got to say. I'll play you a clip of Bishop Oyedepo talking about their power system, and let me know what you think about it in the comment section. Thank you.
We never had power outage. 1990, Jesus comes. It's not that somebody sat down and said we must not have power outage. We just won't have it. Today we generate over 10 megawatts on this ground to keep the system running. We won't need 3 for any normal day. We won't need it. The system shuts down after itself and opens up after itself. You go up, the power goes to the next machine takes the gas and moves on. When God directs, you don't go thirsty. And they thirsted not when he led them through the desert. Allow him to lead you.